The music hit, and everyone in the arena knew what that meant, because when Brock Lesnar walks out, nothing stays calm for long. Omos was already in the ring, standing tall, relaxed, almost smiling like this was going to be easy. He looked at Brock like he was just another man, not a beast, not a storm, just someone he could push around. Brock walked slow, eyes locked, shoulders rolling, already looking like he was ready for war. When the bell rang, Omos stepped forward with confidence, using his size to shove Brock back. He laughed, talking to Brock, telling him this was nothing. Brock smiled too, but it was not a happy smile. It was the kind that means trouble is coming. Omos grabbed Brock and tried to throw him, but Brock stayed on his feet and fired back with hard punches to the ribs. Omos barely reacted and lifted Brock, slamming him down hard. The ring shook and Omos raised his arms like it was already over. Brock rolled to his knees, breathing heavy, staring up at Omos like a hunter watching his prey. Omos grabbed him again and tossed him into the corner, smashing him with big strikes. Brock dropped to one knee and Omos talked more, telling everyone that Brock was finished. That was the mistake. You do not talk when the beast is listening. Brock stood up slowly, wiped his mouth and charged. He hit Omos with shoulder tackles, one after another, each one shaking the giant a little more. Omos looked surprised for the first time. Brock grabbed his legs and took him down, something many thought could not happen. The crowd exploded. Brock mounted him and started throwing heavy punches, wild, angry, unstoppable. Omos pushed Brock off and stood up fast, now angry. He charged and smashed Brock into the corner, then lifted him and slammed him again, rough and brutal. Brock rolled on the mat, holding his back, but his eyes never left Omos. Omos stepped on Brock's chest, pressing down, showing his power. Brock grabbed the foot and shoved it away, rolling to his side and getting back up. Omos tried to grab him, but Brock moved fast, getting behind him and hitting a massive suplex. The ring shook again, then another suplex, then another. The crowd counted along, louder each time. Omos looked stunned, like he could not believe what was happening. Brock roared and lifted him again, slamming him down like he weighed nothing. Omos rolled to the ropes, using them to stand. Brock waited, breathing hard, smiling that dangerous smile again. Omos charged, but Brock ducked and hit him with a huge slam. Then another. Brock was not just beating him, he was throwing him around, showing him what serious really looked like. Omos tried to fight back, swinging wild, but Brock caught him and slammed him again, over and over, the sound echoing through the arena. The crowd was losing their minds. This was not the easy fight Omos thought it would be. This was a lesson. Omos finally grabbed Brock by the throat and lifted him, trying to stop the storm. Brock kicked and punched until Omos dropped him. Brock hit the ropes and smashed into Omos with everything he had, sending him crashing down. Brock stood over him, chest rising and falling, eyes full of fire. Omos slowly got up, shaking, angry, embarrassed. He charged one last time, but Brock caught him and lifted him high, then slammed him down so hard it felt like the ring might break. Brock did not stop. He grabbed him again and threw him across the ring. Then again. He was showing everyone that this was not a game, not a joke, not something to take lightly. The referee watched closely as Brock covered Omos. 1, 2, 3, it was over. The beast had won. Brock stood up, looking down at Omos, then at the crowd. He did not celebrate much. He just nodded, like a man who did what he came to do. Omos rolled out of the ring, holding his body, no longer smiling, no longer confident. He had learned the hard way that Brock Lesnar is not someone you take lightly. As Brock's music hit again, he walked up the ramp slow, calm now, like the storm had passed. Behind him, Omos sat on the floor, breathing hard, staring at the ring, knowing that in 2023 he learned a lesson he would never forget. Brock Lesnar is serious business, and anyone who forgets that will pay the price.